Shalom. This is School of Universal Practical Knowledge, coming out 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding GEN.YAHANNA. Since 1969, we've been teaching blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians their true identity according to the Bible, the 12 tribes of Israel, the Lord's chosen people, and the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. So today's class is going to be about the curses that have befallen on our nation, saying blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, for defying the Most High God, for turning their backs on Him and joining themselves to our enemies, saying which is the so-called white man, which is so-called African, Arab, Asian, East Indian. Saying these are all our enemies, and we've decided to join them and do as they do instead of doing as what we're supposed to do, which is by living by these laws, statutes, and commandments in this Bible right here. I'm saying the Holy Bible. We're going to start in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. So in the book of Deuteronomy, I'm saying it's got the blessings that would happen to us if we kept these laws, statutes, and commandments, and it's got the curses that would fall on us if we decided to turn our back on the Most High God. I'm saying it's sad to say today we do not live by these laws, statutes, and commandments. Today, and for a very long time, we've turned our back on the Most High God, and He's punished us for it. And He is going to continue to punish us for it until we decide to do as our Father says. You know what I'm saying? Any good father would want their child to follow their orders and do as they say. But yet we are a rebellious child. Saying we'd much rather turn our back on our Father, I'm saying the Most High God, and risk being punished by Him in all types of horrible ways, you know what I'm saying, rather than listen to Him and be rewarded. You know what I'm saying? We would be rewarded if we kept these laws, statutes, and commandments. But yet our people, we just want to go out and indulge in all kinds of sin because the white man says we can. Because the white man says it's okay to do so when God told us not to be doing these things. And if we did do these things, then guess what? You are surely going to be punished. You will be destroyed. You will be brought down low upon all of these nations on this earth if we decide to turn our back on Him. And we've been doing it for over 400 goddamn years. Let's go ahead and get into it. Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. It shall come to pass, saying, which means a time will come. I'm saying because the Lord, He knows that we are rebellious. He knows that we're a stiff-necked people that just wants to fulfill our own needs and do as to our heart's desire. You know what I'm saying? He knows that. He created us. So how is He not going to know? How is He not going to know that we're going to go out here and worship these false gods and idols and do all types of heinous things? You know what I'm saying? Just like any good parent, you're going to know how your child is. You're going to know their habits and their mannerisms. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna know everything about them. And the Most High God, you know what I'm saying, the God of Israel, He knows everything about us. If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all His commandments and His statutes, which I command thee this day. Saying so a time will come that if we decide to look in this Bible and we don't follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, which the Bible blatantly says to do, I'm saying a time will come to where we will decide to just follow our own heart's desire, that all these curses shall come upon thee. So if we decide not to keep these laws, I'm saying these commandments, then curses will come upon us. We won't be blessed, you know what I'm saying, blessed out here in the world, which is what Christians like to say. They like to say, oh, well, you know, we're under grace. Why Why should we have to worry about keeping the laws, you know what I'm saying, the commandments? So that's what Christ died for. He died so that we can sin and be forgiven. But yet the Bible tells us if we don't keep these commandments, you know what I'm saying, and these statutes, that curses will come upon us. And you can't look in society today and in societies in the past and tell me that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are not cursed. You cannot tell me that we do not have curses on us every goddamn day. Because the fact of the matter is, we are a destroyed people. And it's because we turned our back on the Most High God that we are a destroyed people. Slacky. And overtake thee. So we'll be getting hit by curses left and right. You know what I'm saying? They'll be coming out of nowhere. One minute everything will be fine and dandy. And the next thing, everything as we know it will be gone. Vanish. Gone, just swept away by the wind. Take, for instance, when the white man first invaded these shores. When he first invaded our Hispanic brothers and my ancestors, the so-called Native Indians, we were living lavishly. We had beautiful kingdoms. We had lavish farms. You know what I'm saying? The most gorgeous gardens, you know what I'm saying, a man could think of. And then what happened? And we joined ourselves to the white man. The next thing you know, boom, a plague hits us. And then we can't upkeep them gardens, them fields, our kingdoms, and they start going down the hill. And then we lose our children. I'm saying, and then the white man, he sees that, and then he moves in on us. He starts taking everything that we have. I'm saying those are curses right there. Saying we can even look at modern day today. I'm saying we might not have kingdoms, we might not have lands. I'm saying, but we still got our families. Shoot, barely. You'll be chopping it up real nice and good with your girl one day. Next thing you know, she's gonna be tripping over everything, want to argue about this and that, threatening to take your kids away, and that's got you stressing out. And then you got to go to your slave and deal with your horrible pink bastard of a boss. You know what I'm saying? Then one day you're gonna mess up and you're gonna lose that slavery or that job. And that woman, she's gonna take your children. She's gonna take your house, your car, and she's gonna put you on child support. And you won't be able to pay it because you ain't got no job. And then you'll end up in prison. And you'll come out of prison. You'll get into a life of dealing drugs and being a gang member. You'll go back into prison. I'm saying so on and so forth. I'm saying those are some of the curses that fit our people today. Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city. Cursed shalt thou be in the city. Shoot, all you gotta look at is what was going on, I'm saying, during the Jim Crow era to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. I'm saying we are being profiled any and everywhere that we go. Not only were we being profiled, but we were in the risk of being lynched by the white man. And we wouldn't even have to do anything to him. So we could just be on the streets, you know what I'm saying, just walking around, chopping it up with, you know what I'm saying, with our homie. And then next thing you know, a white man accuses you of a crime you didn't commit. And then next thing you know, you got a mob chasing you down, beating you, until eventually, you know what I'm saying, they either shoot you, mutilate your body, or burn you alive. So that's what was happening to us in the cities back then. We were being hunted like wild dogs. And that doesn't just go for blacks. That goes for Hispanics and Native Indians. We were all lynched beside one another. We were all hunted down and beaten. You know what I'm saying? We've all gone through these curses together. From the past and in the present. We still go through it. But yeah, because we don't come together as we should as a people, we like to say we're not one nation. Because we ain't got the same skin tone, we like to say we aren't one nation. But hell, the white man, he's got a completely different skin tone from us. And yet we're so quick to join him. We're quick to welcome him into the fold and invite him to the barbecue. But yeah, just because Hispanics and Native Indians, just because we haven't messed with each other recently, all of a sudden we ain't cool. All of a sudden it's not okay to join ourselves to one another. It's not okay to try to help out our communities together. Because, I mean, hell, we're all living in the ghettos. Even back then, we were all living in the ghettos. Back when blacks were on slave plantations, living in little huts, saying these little shabby shacks that couldn't keep you warm. I'm saying it couldn't keep you cool during the summer. You know what I'm saying? Native Indians, we were living on the reservations. We were living in the exact same condition as blacks. Saying those of us that were on reservations, we were running for our lives from the white man, having to survive the elements, having to do what we can to get by. You know what I'm saying, and the white man at the damn near around the same time, the white man was invading. I'm saying our Hispanic brothers. Really, it was at the same time. I'm saying gunning them down. I'm saying going into their cities and lynching them, burning buildings down. You know what I'm saying, doing anything they could to afflict our brothers. You know what I'm saying, we all get afflicted the same way. Just because the white man has conquered us and put different titles on our names, it don't mean that we're a separate nation. It don't mean we're different people. All you gotta do is look at these curses in this Bible right here. These curses will tell you who the 12 tribes of Israel are, who the Lord's chosen people are. But yet, since we don't read this Bible, we don't know a goddamn thing about it. You know what I'm saying? That's just things in the past of how we were cursing the city. Even till today, you know what I'm saying, we're being gunned down in the streets. You can turn on the news and how every single week there's a video of a police officer gunning down an unarmed black man or woman. So we can be sleeping in our goddamn car and the white man will shoot us. Shoot us 56 times in under 26 seconds. If that don't show you how much the white man hates us, I don't know what does. And it's not just isolated events. You know what I'm saying? That's happening nationwide. That's happening from the East Coast to the West Coast. But yet we choose to ignore it. And we choose to ignore that Native Indians are also being gunned down alongside us. The Hispanics are being gunned down alongside us. We choose to ignore that we're all being mass incarcerated. That we all get profiled and that we're all, you know what I'm saying, at the bottom of the food chain here in America. Really, all across the world. I'm saying even in South America, where we so-called got our own lands. Because really the white man runs everything down there. Just like he runs everything on the reservations. I'm saying we got to learn as a nation, as a people trying to survive, we got to learn to separate ourselves from our enemy. how our enemies, because we don't only try to join ourselves to the white man. I'm saying we try to join ourselves to all of these nations, which is something we should not be doing. I'm saying that goes against the Most High. And cursed shalt thou be in the field. I'm saying, look at where blacks were. You know what I'm saying? A couple hundred years ago. Hell, we don't even have to. We'll get into it. But just look at where they were. You know what I'm saying? On the slave plantations, just working as hard as they possibly could. You know what I'm saying, to survive out there. You know what I'm saying, picking cotton. You know what I'm saying, gathering the white man's crops. You know what I'm saying, battling the elements. Shit, battling the white man. Because he would look for any reason to be beating our backs. Just look at what we had to go through back then. Just think of how many of our people, you know what I'm saying, died in those fields. Died from malnutrition. Died from being beaten to death. You know what I'm saying? Just died from the harsh treatments that the white man would inflict upon us. Just think about all that. Just think about what the slaves, you know what I'm saying, went through back then. And what they had to try to do to survive. Because the white man, he was doing all kinds of heinous things to us. You know what I'm saying, in them cotton fields. All kinds of heinous things. And those are just things that we've forgotten. Those are just things we choose to ignore for some odd reason. I'm not going to say for some odd reason, because if you're in this truth in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under Commanding General Yohanna, you know why we choose to ignore it all. We choose to ignore it because of the Christianity that was, you know what I'm saying, spoon-fed and forced down our throats. That's why we choose to ignore it. You know what I'm saying? We don't bat an eye to anything that happened to our people in the past. When we should be fucking slacking. We should be goddamn mad about what happened to our people in the past. What happened in those fields. About all the men, women, and slacking. About all the men, women, and children that were beaten. You know what I'm saying? They got their toes and feet cut off. I'm saying that were raped out there. You know what I'm saying? All of it. We should be good goddamn mad about it. But yeah, we don't give a damn about it. And before you decide to say anything, Hispanics and Native Indians, we went through the same slavery as so-called blacks did. We actually went through the same slavery, but before blacks did. You know what I'm saying? Once the Spaniards landed on these shores, shoot, we were damn near instantly slaves. It didn't take long. It didn't take long at all. And we were all killed the same way as blacks. We were all afflicted the same way as blacks. We all got our backs beaten. We all got body parts mutilated. I'm saying we were all hung from trees. We were burned alive. Saying raped, tortured, all of it. Saying especially in South America and the islands. You know what I'm saying? That's where the white man got a lot of his gold, was from South America and the islands. And we were being severely punished in them fields. You know what I'm saying? In the mines. We were severely punished. So much so that it's documented history. It's been documented so much, actually, that the Spaniards would have our Hispanic and Native Indian women carrying so much gold and silver out of the mines that their intestines would rupture. I'm saying while they were carrying it out, and they couldn't do any. They couldn't do anything to stop it. They couldn't take a break. They couldn't let the white man know something was wrong and beg him to stop. Let him stop. You know what I'm saying? That happened to a lot of our women. A lot of our people suffered in the mines in South America. A lot of our people suffered in the fields in South America, suffered in the fields here in North America. But yet we just choose to ignore it. Say that it's in the past and it's all good. When you should want the white man's head for what he did to our people. And that's just in the past. You can't tell me we aren't cursed out here in the fields today. Slocky. You know what I'm saying? We still got Slocky. We still got black men out here on chain gangs. You know what I'm saying? Back from the Jim Crow era. You know what I'm saying? Working in the fields for free. Just hoping that the guards won't beat us and murder us out there. Because guess what? Black men, we still get murdered in the prisons. You know what I'm saying? Just because they don't put it on the news all that much, it doesn't mean it doesn't happen. Because videos come out, every week of a black man or woman, Hispanic man or woman, Native Indian man or woman being beaten in the prison system, being murdered in the prisons, in the jails. But yet we turn a blind eye to it. And what for? How does turn a blind eye to 2 million black men locked up in prison? How does that help our people? Because those men in the prison, they go from the prison out to the field. Hell, they even go in the cities and they work for the white man. They help build up his nation, help build up his great cities, help his agriculture keep going and thriving. But yet we choose to ignore what is going on to our brothers. And we definitely choose to ignore what is happening to our Hispanic brothers. You know what I'm saying? Our Hispanic brothers are out there working for, I'm saying, cents on the, it's like every couple of pounds they get, you know what I'm saying, a couple cents for helping the white man's kingdom thrive. You know what I'm saying? One of the most powerful kingdoms that has ever been on the face of this earth. And they can't afford, or no, they can afford it, but they choose not to pay, you know what I'm saying, our brothers a livable wage. They choose to give them, that's way below the poverty line right there. They choose to give them the absolute bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? And that just shows you how much they hate our guts, how much they hate our people. Because if you look at what blacks are doing in the prison system, what our Hispanic brothers have to do here in the fields in order to keep the white man's, you know what I'm saying, economy going and thriving, you know what I'm saying, making sure his agriculture stays strong. You know what I'm saying? That just shows you how little they care about us. And really, that is a human rights violation right there. That is right there. That's something that NATO should be stepping in and saying that the U.S. government cannot be doing this. That what you are doing is wrong. But yet, because that is also ran by white men, you know what I'm saying? They choose to ignore it, and they let the U.S. government continue to prosper off of our slavery. Because that's exactly what that is. That's slavery. That's the same thing they were doing to slaves back then. You don't think slaves got paid? Slaves were paid cents, you know what I'm saying, to get what they needed for their family. Or they were just given the goods. Just because they were slaves doesn't mean they didn't absolutely get anything. They got shoot. They white men should damn near just not even given us anything when we were slaves. Because really, cents ain't gonna get you nothing. Even today, cents ain't gonna get you nothing. When gas is $3, almost $4, the hell is you know what I'm saying? What the hell is $3 a day gonna get you? And that's for our Hispanic brothers. The brothers in the prison system, shoot, they're lucky to get a dollar a day. They're lucky for that. And you're wondering, well, what about so-called Native Indians? They're not working in the fields with us. Yeah, but you gotta look at where Native Indians are. We're tucked off in the furthest corners, you know what I'm saying, throughout this whole country, just doing our best to survive off of land that isn't even livable. When the white man conquered us and he forced us on the reservations, marched us halfway across this country, you know what I'm saying? He didn't give us land so that we can plant out here in these fields. He gave us lands that were barren, that nobody wanted. And he scouted these lands out before he gave them to us. That goes to show you how much the white man hates us. He sent a scouting team out to find the worst possible lands that nothing could grow on, that couldn't, you know what I'm saying, feed livestock, and he shoved us on them. Yet we still choose to join ourselves with these heathens. When joining ourselves with these heathens has done nothing but destroy us. And I'll tell you that from the top real quick for you. Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city. You know what I'm saying? We'll start in present day. I'm saying with all these mass shootings that the white man is doing. I'm saying with him shooting up that Walmart in El Paso, Texas. You know what I'm saying? With the white man rounding up all our people, our Hispanic brothers, saying damn near 700 of them in the ICE raids. You know what I'm saying? But starting with them shootings, you know what I'm saying? The white man, he has always been a school shooter. You know what I'm saying? He's always been shooting up public places. Just like he did in El Paso. You know what I'm saying? Just like he did um you know what I'm saying? Just like he did at the hell was that cat's name, Dylan Ruth. I'm saying, just like he shut up that church, just like the white man's out here shooting up concerts and schools. Saying, but U.S. government and the U.S. news, they act like it's such a bad thing because it's primarily white people getting shot up, getting bombed, except for El Paso. I'm saying, except for the Charleston shooting. You know what I'm saying? But the white man, he's just reverting back to his ways. Yeah, he was shooting up, you know what I'm saying, white establishments for a while. He was bombing them for a while. But now he's going back to shooting up Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian establishments. He's going back to shooting up our buildings. I'm saying where we congregate at. Because let's not forget, in the past, the white man, he was always bombing and shooting up a church or a school. Saying back during the Jim Crow era, he was always killing some children, you know what I'm saying, in a bombing, wounding, I'm saying, children in our schools when he'd be shooting them up. Just like, you know what I'm saying, just like when he bombed the 16th Street Baptist Church, you know what I'm saying, killing 4 children. It ain't nothing new. It is nothing new. He's always been doing this to us. You know what I'm saying? He'd always be shooting up our homes. Hell, just look at Black Wall Street. They dropped one hell of a bomb on Black Wall Street. Yeah, well, we want to act like, well, because he blew up a white establishment, because he shot up a white establishment that it's oh so terrible. White man destroyed an entire goddamn town. I'm saying a town ran by blacks. A town that was thriving. All because we came together. You know what I'm saying? We were doing better than his people. He decided to drop a bomb on us from a chopper, destroying the whole goddamn block. But yeah, we just ignore it. And we want to pay attention to what's happening today. Except we want to ignore, you know what I'm saying, the shootings that have happened to our people today. And we want to jump straight to, you know what I'm saying, how many white people were injured? How many white people were killed? That's what we want to go straight to. And then we want to feel nice and sorry for them. Man, when in reality, we should not give a damn about what happens to any white person in these shootings. I'm saying they got what was coming to them. I'm saying that was of the Lord right there. So we need to stop worrying about what happens to these other nations, and we need to start worrying about what's happening to our own. And cursed shalt thou be in the field. Verse 17. Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. Oh, just look at the black community. You know what I'm saying? We got no black owned stores in our communities. You know what I'm saying? We got very few Hispanic, and we got no Native Indian owned stores. Everything in our community, it's owned by either a white man, an African, an Asian, an Arab, an East Indian, You know what I'm saying? It's owned by all these nations except for us. We're the only ones that don't own, you know what I'm saying, an establishment in our own communities. But yeah, for some reason, we don't seem to notice anything wrong with that. We just look at it like, oh, well, that's the way of life. Maybe if black people got a business sense, we could finally do something. Yet there's a reason why we don't have anything in our own communities. There's a reason, why we got to go to our enemies for everything. There's a reason for that. I'm saying once we get in this book right here, I'm saying the Holy Bible, we'll realize what that reason is. We'll realize that we ain't got nothing because I'm saying we aren't doing what our Father told us to do, the Most High God. We're just doing what the white man said we can do. We're going ahead, we're mingling with him, saying we're accepting his philosophy, his business ideas, and then he comes in and he takes everything from us. I'm saying you even got to look at what these businesses are selling us. They're selling us, I'm saying, the worst possible, I'm saying, goods that there are in this country. Saying they're selling us things that have already gone bad, that are rotten. They just repackage it and dress it up a fancy way. I'm saying they sell us meats that they know is going to make us sick, like pork. I'm saying crab, shrimp, lobster, crawfish. They're giving us all these things that they know aren't good for us. And saying in order to keep us sinning against the Most High God, in order to keep our people sick. There's a reason they're doing all these things. There's a reason they jack up the prices real high in our communities. There's a reason why we barely got anything on our shelves. That what we do have is no good. You know what I'm saying? It's gone bad. You know what I'm saying? It hurts our health. There's a reason for that. There's a reason why the white man does that. And to simply put it, it's because he's the devil that the Bible speaks of. That's the simplest way I can put it for you. That's the simplest way. I'm saying, really, that's the only way you need it. I mean, it's the truth. It's facts. I'm saying, it's scientifically proven. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why the white man does that to us. It's because he knows that we are the Lord's chosen people. And he wants to afflict us any way that he can in order, you know what I'm saying, to put burdens on us. In order to keep us thinking about every little thing besides what is really in this book right here. You know what I'm saying? That's why he does this. Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. And we can even go back in the past and see what was happening with, you know what I'm saying, with our goods, you know what I'm saying, our resources. That's what you get from a store, right? You get your food, your water, your clothing, you know what I'm saying, everything you need to survive. But you can even look back as when we were slaves. You know what I'm saying, we had to buy, you know what I'm saying, either things were bought or given to us by the white man. And even then, it was not, Even then, it wasn't the best of the materials, and that's evident with the so-called Native Indians. So when he was first invading my people, when he conquered us and put us on reservations, he was giving us the absolute worst of the materials. He was giving us grains and rice that was been rotten in order to save money. He's giving us meat that's been rotten in order to save money. But you know what he was giving us the best of out of his stores? You know what I'm saying? The top shelf stuff. The stuff that he didn't have a problem giving us. He gave us that top shelf fire water. That's what he was giving us. He was making sure that we stayed nice and drunk. You know what I'm saying? That our minds stayed nice and dulled and not able to focus on one thing from the oppression that we were suffering at the hands of the white man. He made sure that he gave us the best of that. You know what I'm saying? At least he gave us the best of that. When in reality, that destroyed our people. You know what I'm saying? Way beyond anyone could have imagined. I'm saying I don't even think the white man could have imagined how badly that would have, you know what I'm saying, hindered and destroyed our nation. But hell, maybe he might have. Maybe knowing the white man, he probably ran some tests. He got some Native Indians, you know what I'm saying, his test experiments. Had them drink a whole bunch of that fire water, and you see how it affected them, how they lasted through long periods of time. I'm saying that's just the type of man the white man is. He likes to think out ways that he can destroy us and keep us down under his boot heel. You know what I'm saying? That's just what the white man does. That's just in his nature, is to try to rule over us. You know what I'm saying? That's to go in, even back then, we definitely didn't have any of our own stores. You know what I'm saying? And then finally, when we got out of slavery, you know what I'm saying, we started to get our own stores underneath us. So we started to build up our own communities with the funds we got from them stores. And then the white man, he would firebomb them stores. He would threaten and murder store owners in order to get that property, to make sure that we couldn't help out our own nation. You know what I'm saying? Which is why we don't see us. I haven't never seen a black owned store in person. You know what I'm saying? In the white man's kingdom. And I don't know a whole lot of brothers that have. I'm saying, unless you're an OG in this truth, like Commander Gen.YAHANNA or the generals, saying some of the captains. But other than that, black owned stores are damn near extinct. And the white man, he likes to put out little news articles, say that they're on the rise again, say that black people are starting to get better. They're bettering themselves, their communities. When in reality, that's just a load of bull. Because if that was the case, we would have done had another Black Wall Street. Slacky. We would have done build up our communities if black owned stores, hell, even if we were just on the rise. Because them store owners would know to come together. They would know that in order for our communities to thrive and survive, that we'd have to come together as a nation. and that's the only way, I'm saying, for us to survive out here, for us to get what we need in our stores, for us to get what we need in our communities, because we sure as hell aren't getting it from the white man. Hell, we sure as hell aren't getting it from the African, the Asian, the Arab. You know what I'm saying? You can just look at the stores that they set up in our communities. For instance, look at the chicken joints that the Arabs are setting up. You know what I'm saying? The Arabs they are poisoning that chicken. There's a reason niggas are getting heart attacks and their blood pressure is shooting all the way up after they start eating at them places. There's a reason for that. You know what I'm saying? Just like there's a reason that the Africans have their own gas stations in our communities. Besides the fact that they're overcharging for, you know what I'm saying, a 50, you know what I'm saying, a bag of chip for 50 cents. There's a reason for that. There's a reason they got that synthetic marijuana in their shops, along with the Arabs. There's a reason. You know what I'm saying? You can't say we're not under these curses when you go and look at what is actually going on in our communities. You know what I'm saying? When you go and look at how these nations are taking our money and putting it towards their people. You cannot tell me that we are not under curses. You know what I'm saying we have got to realize that as a people. Because if we don't, then we are going to continue to be utterly destroyed. Saying we're going to continue to love all these heathens, and no matter what they do to us, no matter how much money they take from us, you know what I'm saying, no matter what kind of spoiled and poisoned goods they put into our communities, we won't, you know what I'm saying, we won't give a damn about it. We'll continue to love them. We'll continue to say that there are people, when that, in reality, that is not the case. You know what I'm saying, that's far from the case. I'm saying the sooner that our people wake up and we realize what is going on, and we realize, you know what I'm saying, that the Lord said that this would happen to us if we defied him, if we turned our backs on him and followed these heathen nations. You know what I'm saying? We've got to realize this if we want to stop being at the bottom in any society, no matter where we go, whether we're here in America, whether we're in South America, whether we're over in Jerusalem, Africa, Asia, the Middle East. You know what I'm saying, we'll always be at the bottom. You know what I'm saying, it's only a matter of time before our people wake up and we start to realize what's going on. Before we look in this book and we realize that the Most High God, the God of Israel, said this would happen to us if we decided to turn our backs on him. It's only a matter of time. More and more brothers are coming into this truth. You know what I'm saying? Brothers and sisters, we're starting to wake up more and more. You know what I'm saying? We're bringing the Lord's army into fruition. You know what I'm saying? Saying it scares the absolute dog piss out of the white man, out of these heathen nations. Because they know once we come back to our heritage, to our culture, they know that that spells the end for their kingdoms, for the world as they know it. Well, let's get back in the scriptures. Shalaki. Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body. and the Salakia. Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body. I'm saying, what's the fruit of thy body? You know what I'm saying? The fruit of thy body, that is your children. I'm saying, but not only is that your children, but it's also, how I put this, it's what you build for yourself. You know what I'm saying? For your household. You know what I'm saying? Let's say like a business idea you came up with and you put it into fruition and you start to build and build off of it till you got your own company. That's what the that's also what the fruit of thy body is. So with the scriptures right here is saying, cursed shall be the fruit of thy body. You know what I'm saying? So not only will anything that we build for ourselves, I'm saying whatever successful business we manage to rummage up, you know what I'm saying, out of the ashes, that it's not gonna last for us. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna end up losing that. We're gonna end up, you know what I'm saying, selling it to a white man. You know what I'm saying, giving it to some disgusting heathen. Because at the end of the day, we as a people, we really got no business sense. Because we learn our business from the white man. You know what I'm saying? The white man has done nothing but swindled us out of our businesses, but taught us how to give what we got to him. That's what the white man has done. You know what I'm saying? That's not just presently. You know, in the present, niggas are getting swindled out of stocks and bonds and businesses and lands. You know what I'm saying? Ideas. You know what I'm saying? But in the past, we've been swindled out of it. In the past, we've been swindled out of our land, out of our ideas. You know what I'm saying? A black man, a black Hispanic and Native Indian man and woman has created everything great in this country. You know what I'm saying? We created the goddamn light bulb. You wouldn't be able to see me right now if it wasn't for a black man. But yet the white man, he takes that and he makes it his own. He puts a white face on it. We created the engine. We created the stoplight. We created the cell phone. We created gaming consoles. I'm saying we created, what's that called? Like water purification, um like mechanisms. You know what I'm saying, ways to purify our water, ways to, you know what I'm saying, keep our sewage system running smoothly. What, you know what I'm saying? Created electricity. We did all these things. God damn it, we created the wheel. We did all of these things, and without these, the white man's kingdom would be nothing. The white man, he would still be living in rags, saying without electricity. You know what I'm saying? Still pulling lice out of each other's hair, eating it like some monkey. That's what the white man would be doing without blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We're the ones that showed the white man how to get clean, how to stay clean, how to just stop defecating in the streets and to set up a actual, you know what I'm saying, sewage system. We did that. Yet the white man, he takes those and he makes it his own. So you ask the white man, he always knew how to bathe himself. He's the one that showed so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians how to bathe. He's the one, you know what I'm saying, that made us stop being so-called savages, if you ask him. When in reality, the white man is a savage. When in reality, the white man has never had his own genuine idea. You know what I'm saying? He's never created anything by himself. He's always had to have us do it for him. And then he takes that idea and he makes it his own. And then he makes us keep thinking that we are no more than just an unwanted people of a disgusting nation. That's what the white man has us thinking. You know what I'm saying? We're nothing but convicts and drug dealers, rapists. You know what I'm saying? Just bad apples that are gonna bring his kingdom down. That's what the white man has us thinking about ourselves. When in reality, we are the Lord's chosen people. We've created everything great and amazing, you know what I'm saying, throughout this whole earth. And all these great kingdoms, we created it. You know what I'm saying, all you gotta do is some simple research to know that. You know what I'm saying, but if it was up to the white man, he'd wipe it all from the history books. You know what I'm saying? We are the greatest people on the face of this earth. And there is no denying that. You know what I'm saying, there is absolutely no denying that. You know what I'm saying? If you do deny that, hell, you're just a sellout, yo. You just love the white man more than you love your own. Because at the end of the day, we're the ones that keep everything afloat. You know what I'm saying? We're the masterminds behind all the inventions. You know what I'm saying? We're the ones that taught the white man how to do everything that he knows besides, raping, murdering, torturing, lying, stealing. You know what I'm saying? All the heinous things. The white man, he already knew how to do himself. You know what I'm saying? He didn't need any help with that. He didn't need a lick of help with that. You know what I'm saying? It's time for us to realize, that everything the white man has taught us has been a lie. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to inventions. I'm saying the fruit of thy body. You know what I'm saying? The fruit of thy mind. We made all this possible. If it wasn't for us, the white man would have never been able to establish anything on these lands. He'd still be living over in the caves, eating feces and raw meat. That's what the white man would be doing if it wasn't for us. And he's stealing our ideas even till today. And the fruit of thy land. I'm saying, hell, man, you can look back at so much history, and you can just see, you know what I'm saying, how much fruitful and plentiful land has been taken from us. Land that has crops. I'm saying land that is able to produce an abundance of crops. I'm saying, and not only look at how much land was, taken so the white man can use it for his own, but to look at the food, I'm saying, the wheat, the barley, slacky. Slacky. You know what I'm saying? All these foods that can help a nation prosper. You know what I'm saying? You can go back and you can look at how much of it the white man destroyed. For instance, when we first had these lands, when my ancestors, the so-called Native Indians, were roaming North America, You know what I'm saying? We had such lush fields of crops, saying of fruits and vegetables, wheats, nuts, you know what I'm saying, seeds. We had all this. But then we welcomed the white man into our communities. We didn't stop him from coming onto our land. And then what he start doing? After he spread all the disease, after he slaughtered all the people he could with his sword, you know what I'm saying, and his firepower, you know what I'm saying, he started causing a famine throughout the land. He started to do what's called, you know what I'm saying, scorched earth, you know what I'm saying, theory, or it's like a scorched earth strategy, where you go around, you burn the crops that a nation is growing, and you burn their supply of food that they have saved up. So if they try to, you know what I'm saying, come back to it in order to survive, they got nowhere to go. You know what I'm saying? They got no food in order to keep fighting. You know what I'm saying? In order to run and survive, they got no food with them. So their only option is to come to you. Like the white man, he was doing that to my people. He was burning everything in sight, taking everything in sight. You know what I'm saying? He would be pillaging our fields, making sure we got nothing to survive the winter, to survive a full scale war with the white man. He made sure we didn't have any of these things. I'm saying, you take out a nation's food, you know what I'm saying, that nation really loses the will to fight. And the white man, he knew that. He knows that even till this day. Which is why he'd pick and choose cities, and he'd burn our crops. He'd pillage our crops, and he'd stay around them cities. You know what I'm saying? He'd stay encamped around them. Wait until we got, you know what I'm saying, more crops. Wait until, you know what I'm saying, till we harvested what we needed. And then he'd come through. He'd burn more. He'd take more. You know what I'm saying? He'd do everything in his power in order to take what we had. Even if we had the bare minimum, I'm talking not even able to feed, hell, even half of the city, half of the town, he would take it. And he would make us come to him for food, for the crops, for the fruits, for the vegetables. You know what I'm saying, for the wheat, the nuts, the seeds, the barley. He'd make us come to him for that. You know what I'm saying? That shows you the mindset of the white man. He knows how to take down a nation of people. Saying, but I'm not going to give all the credit to white man, because that was of the most high God for you know what I'm saying, for us to find him. There's a reason he brought us down below all these nations. There's a reason for it. And that's because we've defied him. You know what I'm saying? We defied him in the past just like we defy him now. You know what I'm saying? There is no looking past that. You know what I'm saying? Because even back then, we worshipped heathen gods. Even back then, we were mixing with these heathen nations. We'd eat as we please. We would make whores of our women. We'd be doing drugs. You know what I'm saying? We'd be doing all these sinful things in the eyes of the Most High. But because we are a stiff-necked and rebellious people, you know what I'm saying, we didn't give a damn how he'd punish us. We didn't give a damn about it. I'm saying, if I might add, the same thing that was happening to my ancestors I'm saying the so-called native Indians with all the crops and the scorched earth. I'm saying the pillaging. I'm saying he was doing that to our Hispanic brothers as well. Saying except he'd be a little more diplomatic. You know what I'm saying? He'd squeeze his way, He'd squeeze his way in a little bit better with our Hispanic brothers, because that's who he made first contact with. You know what I'm saying? Was our brothers on the islands and our Hispanic brothers. You know what I'm saying? So he claimed to come in peace. He'd wait till he came to our treasured cities, saying where we kept our resources, saying our fruits, vegetables, I'm saying all that good stuff. And he'd take that city. I'm saying he'd burn the whole goddamn thing to the ground. He wouldn't even take any food out of there. He'd just burn it all. And guess what? He didn't give a damn if it meant, you know what I'm saying, that his people would starve. Like the soldiers he had with him, he didn't care if it meant they starved. Because in the day, there was always another city they could go to. You know what I'm saying? Another city where crops were coming in. Another city where there was, you know what I'm saying, plentiful fields surrounding it. He'd go to those and he would take them. He'd burn them. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The white man, he's just a beast. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can say about him. He's just a beast for all the pillaging he did to our lands. And then all that pillaging that he did to North and South America, I'm saying the Caribbean islands, all that led to famine. You know what I'm saying? A famine that swept across, I'm saying, not just a country, not just a continent, but 2 continents. He starved the people out in 2 continents. I'm saying, let that sink in. We worry about a little famine that's going on, you know what I'm saying, over in Africa, a little famine going on in the Middle East, in Asia, East India. I'm saying we worry about the white people starving here in America. But think about the famine that went through these lands a couple hundred years ago. I'm saying just think about that. Think of all the death and destruction and despair that caused. How many of our people died of hunger and of thirst? How many of them suffered from it? And not only did we suffer from it, I'm saying, but not all of us even died from the hunger or thirst. But the white man, he would come into our cities once we were nice and weakened by the famine, and he would come and slay us with the sword. And it wasn't just one quick slash, you know what I'm saying, stab. I'm saying he would cut our stomachs open and we'd be left to bleed out. He'd cut the wombs open of our starving pregnant women. You know what I'm saying? He'd sit there and he'd cut body parts off of us and just leave us be as we sit there in agony. You know what I'm saying? In straight pain. That's what the white man would do to us. I'm saying it wasn't just the famine that took us out. I'm saying it was the white man and his sword. It was the biological weapon that he used, which is these diseases, to take us out. We were just severely weakened by famine. Severely weakened. I'm saying, because the white man, he wouldn't let a famine take out our whole city. He'd let it weaken us astronomically, and then he'd come in with his military. You know what I'm saying? That is just so evil. After a people has been beaten down and destroyed through disease and famine, and then you march in your military looking to slaughter everything in sight. That shows you the spirit that is the white man. Slakia. And the fruit of thy land. You know what I'm saying? Look at what the hell we got today, land wise. You know what I'm saying? That is able to grow crops. You know, there's really only a handful of blacks that can grow crops on their own land. And even then, them crops are not enough to even stabilize a nation of people. You know what I'm saying? They can grow the absolute bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? They grow what you take to farmers markets, you know what I'm saying, and sell for a little change, enough to re-up, you know what I'm saying, on seeds, and you know what I'm saying, what you use to grow the crops from the past season. That's all they make from that. But yet the white man, he boasts about that. He points that out, and you know what I'm saying, he points that out, and he tries to say that blacks are doing so much better for themselves. When in reality, those little bit of fields that these blacks got, that they are tending by themselves, that is nothing compared to what the white man has taken from us, from what he has amassed with his fields. You know what I'm saying? Damn near, hell, really, anywhere you go, if you're driving on the highway, you know what I'm saying, if you're just driving to a town, to a city, you're going to pass by a field that is owned by a white man, that is growing in an abundance of crops for, you know what I'm saying, for the United States, so he can feed his people. You know what I'm saying? Is whenever you drive to a city or a town, I'm saying really anywhere, it's you always pass by a sea. You know what I'm saying, a sea of crops, a sea of beans and corn, potatoes. You know what I'm saying, things in that nature. You always pass by. You know what I'm saying, more than enough for anybody. But yet, those fields originally belonged to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You know what I'm saying? Those fields do not prosper us. But if a white man gives us food out of them fields, he gives us the absolute worst of it. He gives us the stuff that's damn near about to go bad, or that is bad. That's what he gives us. You know what I'm saying? We got to go across town to the white side of town in order to get some decent, you know what I'm saying, vegetables. Get some decent fruits. You know what I'm saying? That goes to show you, you know what I'm saying, that whatever power we think we have agriculturally, you know what I'm saying, we really have nothing. Because it's all in the white man's hands. And for those of you that talk about, well, what about South America? What about the reservations? Well, you can't grow a goddamn thing on the reservations. On the reservations, the soil is either too clay, it's too rocky, it's too dry. You can't grow a goddamn thing on there. You'd have to import dirt from the white man in order to get anything started. And even then, there's no guarantee that the conditions in that area are going to, you know what I'm saying, bring life to any crops. You know what I'm saying? In South America, hell, the white man, he owns all that. He owns all them fields. The corporations that are planting them seeds, you know what I'm saying, that are lending the machinery to harvest the crops, the white man owns all that. The Hispanics don't own that. Well, just because it's in that land, you think they own it? You think they have a say of what crop goes where, of we're going to take these and we're going to stockpile them in this city. No, the white man has a say in that. And even worse, the Hispanics got to buy that back from the white man after they harvested it. You know what I'm saying? That just goes to show you how much of a beast the white man is. You know what I'm saying? He'll grow food in your own land. He'll have you harvest it. You know what I'm saying? Taking hours and hours, hell, all goddamn day to harvest it. And then you got to buy it back yourself. You know what I'm saying? If that isn't a beast, then, I don't know what is. I don't know, man. The increase of thy kind. So if you don't know what kind is cattle. You know what I'm saying? It's cows. I'm saying I can't tell you the last time I heard of you know what I'm saying, a black here in America owning cows. I'm saying owning a farm. Right, let me go ahead and finish the rest of this because they both tie hand in hand. The increase of thy kind and the flocks of thy sheep. So I can't tell you the last time I heard of a black man, you know what I'm saying, or a native Indian man owning cattle and sheep. I'm saying we might have owned it in the past. You know what I'm saying? When we were successful farmers, saying businessmen. I'm saying until the white men came and took all of that away from us. Until he started, you know what I'm saying, threatening and murdering farmers in order to get their land and what they had. And if they didn't murder the farmers, then they would murder members of their family. You know what I'm saying, their sons. You know what I'm saying, their daughters, their wife. That's what the white man would do back then in order to get our land. In order to get the cattle and sheep, the chickens. You know what I'm saying? All that we had. That's how the white man achieved all of that. By murdering us or threatening to murder us. Because obviously it got to a point to where he murdered enough of us to where it'd go around to the nearby farms where there were other successful black farmers. You know what I'm saying? And they would fear for their lives. You know what I'm saying? They'd know, if I don't give him this land, if I don't give him my sheep, my cattle, my chickens, that he's going to murder my children, or he's going to murder me, and then force my children to give him the land. You know what I'm saying? To give him our animals, our livestock. That's what the white man was doing. You know what I'm saying? That's just not a theory. That's something he was doing. That's documented history. You know what I'm saying? We already know what the white man did to the so-called native Indians, killing 100 million goddamn buffalo in order to get us, you know what I'm saying, to be beaten into submission, in order to get us to go to the white man for whatever food we needed, in order to try to wipe my people off of this land. You know what I'm saying? You can go and you can look up photos of mounds. You know what I'm saying? Just these huge mounds of buffalo skulls. You know what I'm saying? The white man, he wouldn't kill the buffalo because he was hungry, because they needed all this meat to survive, because America was on a decline. He killed those buffalo, those 100 million buffalo. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of meat. That's a lot of clothing. That could create a lot of homes. He killed them in order to try to wipe my people out, because he saw how dependent we were on the buffalo. And he saw that, and he sent a message all throughout the land, telling every white man and woman, you know what I'm saying, to hunt these buffalo to extinction. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We took care of the buffalo. You know what I'm saying? We knew we needed them. Shoot, and apparently they knew they needed us. Because when our numbers dwindled and when we got weak and when we started to see the white man, some of us started to see the white man as a friend, then the buffalo were damn near made extinct. You know what I'm saying? You'll be lucky if you get to see a real live buffalo, you know what I'm saying, in your lifetime. You know what I'm saying? I've got to see, you know what I'm saying, a couple on one occasion. And that was just because it was like a little farm of them. And even then, you can just tell, you know what I'm saying, how beaten down, you know what I'm saying, the buffalo were. So you don't think them animals, you know what I'm saying, remember that they once roamed all these lands, that they were found in abundance, you know what I'm saying, in these big herds. Now they're reduced to 5 in a little caged in, fenced in area. You know what I'm saying? That just goes to show you, you know what I'm saying, that the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. He don't give a damn what he has to kill, what he has to wipe off the face of this earth, damn near have to wipe off the face of this earth. As long as it means that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians will be under his boot heel, then he's going to do it. No matter how much he says he loves everybody, no matter how much, you know what I'm saying, how much he tries to promote unity amongst our people and his people, he's going to do what he can in order to crush us, in order to keep us, you know what I'm saying, submissive to him. I'm saying that's just the way the white man likes it. That's just the way he needs it, is to keep us under him. Slacky. Book of Deuteronomy. Actually, Slacky. Shoot. So we only got through a couple verses, but you know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to close it out. You know, I hope this was a good eye opener, you know, to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, for us to realize that what has happened to us in the past, you know what I'm saying, no matter what it was, it happened to all of us. That we were all afflicted the same way, you know what I'm saying, in some type of way. We were all afflicted. You know what I'm saying? We were all under these curses. And even till today, we're under these curses. Even till today, if you just, I'm saying, if you take the time, you sit down, you know what I'm saying, you look up something that's going on in the black community, like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying, that's something cool to look up. And you look up the same thing happening in the Hispanic community. You find the same thing happening in the Native Indian community. You know what I'm saying? And that's not happening in any other community. That's not happening in any other country. That's only happening to the niggas in the to the niggas in the ghettos. You know what I'm saying? The Hispanics in the barrio. You know what I'm saying? And the native Indians and the reservations. Those are the only people it's happening to. And this book right here, the Holy Bible, you know what I'm saying, it told us that this is what would be happening to the children of Israel if we defied the Most High God. Saying if we turned our back on him and decided to follow the ways of these heathen, if we decided to do to our heart's desire. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we should be doing what the Most High tells us to do. You know what I'm saying? Defying him has never prospered us. It's never done anything good for us. So for a change, why don't we start following what he says to do? Why don't we start listening to our Father, and maybe he'll stop disciplining us. Maybe he'll stop sending these curses on our people. He'll bring us out of these ghettos, out of these barrios, out of these reservations. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way that he will bring us out of these, is if we start following these laws, statutes, and commandments. And it's due past time for our people to realize that. You know what I'm saying? We knew before time, you know what I'm saying, when we were originally in these lands before the white man invaded, we knew that we were of the 12 tribes of Israel. You know what I'm saying? You can go and you can look up artifacts, you know what I'm saying, from South America and here in North America with Hebrew writing on it. From the people that did the writing, they would say what tribe they were from. You know what I'm saying? We knew that back then. But yet we mixed so much with the white man. We've accepted his ideas, his philosophies. He's infiltrated his way into our communities, you know what I'm saying, in our schooling system, that we don't know who we are today. When this Bible right here, the Holy Bible, the King James Version of the Bible, will tell you who blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians really are. The 12 tribes of Israel, the Lord's chosen people. So with that, we're going to go ahead and close it out. Security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. Start out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. I'm saying rule for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. I'm saying it's like the head, you know what I'm saying, it's your camp leader. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 and 21, Malachi 3, verse 8 to 10, means tenth in the Hebrew, Ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. I'll have to get that to you the next class. Or Slacky. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, or war scarf. Slacky. All right. So I majum, which means to stand. Upani hakwadam, which means to turn and face the east. We're going to start out with the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabashamayim, Kwadash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Walakwaka, Taba'ah, Ratazaika, Hayah, Aisha, Barataza, Kawa, Slaki, Hayah, Washamayim, Nathan, Lanawa, Lakam, Call, Yawam, Wasalakanawa, Kabawathanawa, Kasalakanawa, Kabawathayanawa, Wala'ah, Tabayayanawa, Banasaya 1, of Ball, Hawashayanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwath, Wa'ala, Wathaparath, Lawalamyam, Aman. The Lord's Prayer in the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. So be it. Amen. Prayer for the blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh, Wa Yahweh Shai. Slaki. Wam Yaka'ala, Wa Hayam, Matazab Yah, Al-Wap Yahana, Al-Wapyam, Azaranyam, Aquadzayanyam, Akariayayam, Wa Quathian, Yahweh, Ba Shem Yahweh Shai, the water Aman. The blessings in the English. Bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yahanna, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it. Sar, which means to turn. Go ahead and give a salute to the brothers. Imagine Shabbat. Imagine Barak. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Barakatham. That's the Matah. We're going to give a courtesy salute to the sisters. Imagine Shabbat. Imagine Barak. Yahweh Shamar Al Atham Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. That's the Matah. Class dismissed.